In this installment, it is my pleasure to introduce to the world Precision Skateboarding, an obscure PC title released by Pantera Entertainment in 1999. This game was sold exclusively through Scholastic magazines and book fairs in elementary and middle schools with a price tag of $10 to $20. The game is advertised as 3D skateboard stunt and speed racing, with many strong selling points on the back. Soar up half-pipes, fly off jumps, and duck obstacles while performing mid-air stunts. Speed racing, half-pipe tournament, race against the clock, 4 highly detailed skate parks, 7 levels of gameplay, new multi-camera technology, new character technology, motion capture, animated blended textures, 80 light sources per track, digitized sounds, geometric moving water, highly detailed skateboarder. As much fun to watch as it is to play. Precision Skateboarding comes in a jewel case with a single-page insert. The CD itself is composed of a generic Times New Roman font with a couple of monotone snapshots of the skater model. This format remains consistent across other early releases by this company, which I may review in later installments. Enough introduction, it's time to play. Now, you won't be able to run the installer from within a 64-bit operating system. However, once installed, the game itself can be played on any 32 or 64-bit Windows platform as long as you download a copy of d3drm.dll to the game's root directory. After installing the game, 4 icons will be created in your start menu. The graphical richness of these icons could be a sign of what's to come. The instruction manual is a simple text file that contains quite a lengthy bit of information about the game. Of all the instructions, the line that I found most relevant is this one. If you get stuck or you're having a bad run, just press escape to retry from the beginning. Along with the manual, 2 shortcuts exist so that you can run the game with or without 3D hardware support. Without 3D hardware support, many of the game's top features including night mode, fog, and animated textures will not be available. Depending on your operating system, video card, and graphic drivers, playing with 3D hardware may prove impossible, as I'll illustrate later on. The final icon is for uninstalling the game, which bears a fair resemblance to the original Windows 95 recycle bin icon painted red. Like many games, Precision Skateboarding requires that you insert the CD before playing even after you've installed it to your hard drive. If you try to launch the game without the CD, you'll be greeted with this screen and forced to close and restart after the CD has been inserted. Finally, we arrive at the title screen. Immediately, you may notice a lack of any audio. This is because the game includes no music and has fewer than a dozen in-game sound effects. Most of the included sound effects are actually carried over from an eerily similar winter racing game the company released through the Scholastic bookstore in 1997. There are a few different options available on the main menu screen. To change game options, you can come here, where you can select the skateboarder level of detail, fog, the 3D hardware support, view distance, etc. You can also go to the view help system, which is a more colorful version of the text file that you saw previously. However, let's just dive in and play a game here so you can get a feel for the gameplay.
Ready, set, go!
The controls are simple. Left and right arrows to turn, control key to talk for increased speed, space to jump over obstacles, and forward to duck under obstacles. You can also press left or right while in the air to perform stunts. As you can see, the animations and collision system of this game are quite phenomenal. While on the ground, your player literally becomes the center of the universe and can rotate the entire Earth around him in interesting ways. Again, the collision system in this game is really fascinating. In this game, it becomes possible to fall off a 4-foot ramp and then float back up onto it before you actually stand back up. Game over, but if you actually do complete races, you will get one of these other screens instead. First place! Explanation, explanation, explanation. third place! Explanation, explanation, explanation. Things get far more interesting when performing tricks on the halfpipe. It may not be perfectly clear what's going on in this clip, but thanks to the game's new multi-camera technology, we can watch a review of the stunt in an endlessly cycling 360-degree spin. Unfortunately, the review mode has no sound or controls. I don't think anything else needs to be said about the otherworldly stunts you can pull off in this game.
Ready, set, go!
Sometimes, if you press the wrong button at the wrong time while the match is beginning, the audio glitches and your character soon thereafter locks into a crouched fetal position where he continues on a path to nowhere and you can't do anything about it except restart the game. In this case, the same glitch occurred and it sent my player into fetal position, scurrying endlessly uphill at 0.2 miles per hour. It wasn't long before the player's entire head was submerged into the wooden frame, yet he still continued, undaunted. At one point, he sporadically made a last-ditch effort to escape its clutches.
Help me, somebody!
If you play this game in 3D mode but it doesn't like your video card or drivers, you'll get something like this. Now I leave you with several minutes of raw game footage.